Hey all you Mego fans. Well, today on Mego Hospital, we're going to show you how to remove the blue on a removable cowl Batman. Hey there Mego lovers, welcome back to Richard's Toy Room. Today on Mego Hospital, I'm going to show you how to remove the blue spots that occur on the Bruce head of the removable cowl Batman. Now this was the first version of Batman that Mego put out where him and Robin had removable masks. And what happens on a lot of these was, I think these came out in 1972 if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, by about 1975 when the kids were all done playing with them and the cowl was stuck back on the head and thrown back in the toy box for 40 years, that's what you get. Blue. And the reason why this one's like on the chin and stuff is because that's probably exactly what happened to this. So usually they're like this on there, and they're usually just like on the nose and a little bit like up on the eyebrows, and then sometimes on the ears. But this one's got it on the chin too, so obviously this thing had to have been in sideways or something, backwards. And unfortunately the blue from these cowls does transfer to the heads. So what you need to do is, and this is a nice one too, it's got nice paint on it, you got to get yourself some Clearasil or some Zit cream or whatever, but it has to have the 10% benzoyl peroxide in it. I got this from the dollar store. So if that gives you any indication, it works just as good, and why waste money? So there's a couple different ways to do this, but if you're kind of lazy, the easiest way, and it will work too, but it usually works quicker if you use the sun. But basically just put it on everywhere where there's blue. A little bit on his cheek here and here. So now normally what you would do is, in order to accelerate the process, is you'd put this in like a Ziploc baggie, clear one, and then you'd like set it on your windowsill or outside so it gets some direct sunlight. And if you watched my Millennium Falcon video when I tried to whiten that, and if you live in like Death Valley or Las Vegas or Arizona like I do, don't stick it outside in the middle of summer. I don't think it would hurt this, but I'm not going to be responsible if you melt your head. But anyway, the heads themselves are pretty hardy, but you know, some of that styrene plastic, no, don't do it. Anyhow, so I just did a Luke Duke head like this that had some blue on the nose. It was probably at one point in a Batman cowl or something, or who knows what happened to it. And I just did this like over the course of like 3 days. I just let it sit like this on my desk and wiped it off. And you know, every day it got a little lighter until it was gone. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm just going to set this over here aside on my desk. And see, the reason why you put it in a Ziploc baggie is so it doesn't dry out. It'll stay active longer because this will dry out. But I'm not in any big hurry, and it still works. So I'm setting it off to the side, and basically, you know, for you it'll be a matter of seconds when I edit this video all together. But for me, it's going to take a matter of days, and I will let you know what happens, and we'll show you, and we'll go along with the process. So stay tuned. Okay, so here's the update. This is what it looked like after the next day. I mean, it's actually been a while. Real time. I just haven't got around to getting back to this, and I didn't want to keep going on it without recording it for you guys. But as you can see, just in one day, one application. This is how far we've got. So, we'll put another application of this zit cream on, and we'll check it again, and that should be enough. Because looking at it now, it looks like it's almost good enough to go, but I can still see just the slightest tinge in a couple of spots of blue. So one more application will do it. So stay tuned. And so here we are after the second application of the zit cream. And as you can see, as far as I'm concerned, he looks good as new. Now you do have to be careful with this on some skin complexions, especially like the type 2 darker, or like the Farrah or Wonder Woman figures where they get like the blue on their ankles and their elbows, and because that will lighten the skin tone on those. So you have to kind of be prepared that are you going to be happier with the blue gone or with the lighter blotches. So you may have to make a decision to possibly maybe like do the whole arm or something, like if you were doing like a Farrah or something, or maybe like the whole head, so that it if it does lighten the skin, it lightens it evenly. But it didn't do much of that on this here. But that's pretty simple. This one was actually a pretty easier one. I had ones that were stubborn and took like 4 or 5 applications to do. And they do recommend that you put these out in like on a windowsill or something, so it gets direct sunlight, and sealed in a plastic baggie, to keep the zit cream from drying out. But as you can see, I didn't do either of those things, and it worked just fine. So, just practice and use the method you like best. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of tutorial there on how to do that, and I hope it helps. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more great videos.